I'm going to try to be brief so this video isn't very long because our attention spans are like gnats these days. But basically, I want to explain the signs that I added to my video log. And you can go back and review them. There's a picture of me walking, or the video of me walking, blonde hair, like from 2 weeks ago, that you can understand where this kind of started and what's going on. But basically, I'm looking for 5 signs, right? We have the 1972 nickel, the purple cowboy hat, the blue owl, the long or the floppy-eared black bunny, and the 1949 coin. We've gotten 3 out of the 5 signs. So as I was wrapping up Pink Lion, my uncle passed. And when I say wrapping up, I was in the editing process about to publish the first book when my uncle passed. He actually fell and he suffered a catastrophic brain injury. And that was on July 3rd. By the 4th, well, actually on my way out there, I felt him cross over, which was a whole thing. And he didn't actually, his body didn't pass until the 7th, but he crossed over on the 3rd. And he was communicating that whole weekend. On the 4th, I was with my daughter, Miranda, and we were talking about asking for Uncle Steve for a sign. And we thought, purple cowboy hat just kind of popped in my head. And I'm like, let's ask for this. This is not going to be easy, so it's going to take a while probably. And it did, as you guys know, just recently came up. So at least recently was found. And the way that it did, I know for sure that that was the sign. Just because of the way he used to give me such shit for being a Cowboys fan. Holy moly. So, of course, he had to give me the, gay dancer, gay cowboy dancer, and the purple cowboy hat with the I love you on the bottom. So it was his way of telling me something. But basically, he's the purple cowboy hat. I'm the 1972 nickel. That's my birth year. His birth year is 1949, so he's the 49 coin. Also on July 4th in the morning, I had stayed overnight with my aunt, and I saw this bunny in her backyard that morning, and I'm like, you have a bunny in your backyard? Never seen that. She goes, well, we've never had one in the backyard in 45 years that we've lived here. And I'm like, well, there is one there now. And she's like, bunnies are my favorite. I love bunnies. And I just knew that that was his way of telling her that he was okay. And he wanted to offer her this bunny that she loves, to hop around in the backyard, which is really sweet. So that's what the bunny's all about. And the owl is interesting because I work with another medium who's going to be starting a podcast with me. And she and I are very much in sync. We actually found an owl feather on our walks. We live in 2 separate states. She's in Connecticut, I'm in California, on the same weekend, which was weird. So that's why we were like, okay, I'm going to ask for an owl. What color should we do it? And I'm looking at her blue eyes. I said, whatever color you want to do. And I'm thinking blue. And she goes, blue. But I didn't say anything to her. So we're doing this blue thing. And that's how it kind of got started. So we have our signs, and you guys kind of know what they mean and what they mean to me. Before I wrap up, I want to tell you something else. This has kind of been a magical trip, actually. The drive out with Mom was gorgeous. Oh my God, the countryside. If you guys do not get out and do road trips more often, you need to. It is highly recommended because seeing the countryside and how gorgeous everything is, so green and lush and pretty, it's phenomenal. We had a long drive and we had a lot to talk about. We always do. A lot of it is spiritual, which is refreshing. Dad wanted to pop in and offer his few cents on those, so that'll be in the book too. But after we arrived, I need to tell you something. My brother-in-law, I'm not going to say his name because I put his name as different in the book. I kind of changed everybody's names, but mine, Billy's, Miranda's, and Mr. Ed. But basically everybody else has a different name. And he put Dad's ashes on the foundation of the new house Mom had built. So before they poured the concrete, he poured Dad's ashes on there. And when we arrived the very next day, his sign for Dad, which is a cardinal, arrived on his bird feeder. He's got a video camera cord up there recording everything, and he'd only had one bird ever like come and eat out of the feeder, and the next morning there it was, and it's come 11 times through yesterday to eat off of that feeder since we've been here. So it only arrived after we came, which was kind of cool. And it also arrived 10 minutes before the pod came the other morning to feed off of the feeder, just ahead of the pod. So there's all these different little synchronicities and different things. Just it's communication. And if you know what it means and you know how to crack that code, like I do and other mediums do, you can see it, and it's beautiful. And that's all I'm trying to do with getting you guys to see this for yourselves through my eyes. And maybe you can do it too for yourselves. All right, that's it. Thanks. Bye.